like money and live for respect. I believe them are different entities that make you live for those things. Like me, I don't live for respect. I just go where I'm respected, right? So there's a lot of things I ain't finna fight for.
Yo, hold up. The streets are on fire right now, family. Just when everybody thought the King Von murder rumors had finally died down. Boom. Doodie Lo, the realest voice left in OTF, just stepped out of the shadows and dropped the most explosive interview of the year. He didn't just speak. He shattered the silence that's been choking this whole drill scene for years. Lil Durk's name has been dragged through the mud, accused of backdooring his own brother King Von, set-up talks, secret texts, prison whispers, everything. The internet was exploding with theories. Durk sent the hit. OTF 8 they own. And the hate was getting louder than the music. But now, Doodie Lo comes through with the truth that nobody saw coming. And what he said is about to flip the entire narrative upside down. Fans are losing their minds in the comments. OTF is divided, Von's family is watching, and the whole rap game is holding its breath. Is Lil Durk finally cleared? Or is this just the beginning of the biggest betrayal story in hip-hop history? You're not ready for what's coming next. This is the moment the streets have been waiting on. Let's get into it. Man, y'all already know the energy is crazy right now. The rumors about King Von's death have been boiling under the surface for years, but in the last few weeks they straight up exploded like a bomb in the middle of the chi. Social media was on fire. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere people were saying the same thing. Lil Durk backdoored his own brother. They were saying Durk set Von up that night in Atlanta. They were bringing up old text messages, prison phone calls, secret meetings, even claiming OTF turned on their biggest star right when he was about to blow even bigger. Fans were divided like never before. One side screaming, "Free Durk, he innocent," and the other side yelling, "OTF is finished, Durk is the snake." Emotions were running so high that Von's own family members were getting tagged left and right, people demanding answers. The whole drill scene was holding its breath. And then, out of nowhere, Doodie Lo, the same Doodie Lo who stood tall beside both Von and Durk, decided enough was enough. He broke his silence in that raw interview, and what he said hit the internet like a tsunami. Picture this, Doodie Lo sitting there, calm but serious, looking straight into the camera. He didn't come with cap. He came with truth. He started by taking everybody back to that tragic night in Atlanta, November 2020. Von had just dropped his album. The party was jumping, energy was crazy. But behind the scenes, tension was in the air. Doodie Lo said it plain, Durk was on FaceTime with Von that night. Yeah, you heard that right. Lil Durk was on the phone, talking to Von moments before everything went left. Now listen to how Doodie Lo put it. He said Von was smiling on the FaceTime, showing Durk the party, telling him how it was rocking. Durk couldn't even hear properly because the music was loud, but he was seeing everything. Doodie Lo's voice got heavy when he said, "Man, if I was there that night, things would have never went down like that." He repeated it with pain in his eyes. It would have been handled different. Real different. The moment that clip dropped, the internet lost its mind. Comments were flooding in thousands per minute. One fan wrote, "Doodie Lo just cleared Durk with one sentence." Another said, "See, I knew Durk wasn't behind it. Y'all haters been lying." But not everybody was convinced. Some people twisted the words and said, if Durk was on FaceTime right before the shooting, that means he knew exactly where Von was. The conspiracy theories got even wilder. Doodie Lo didn't stop there. He went deeper. He talked about the real bond between Durk and Von. He reminded everybody how Durk put Von on, how they built OTF together from the mud. He said the streets tried to paint Durk as the villain because they couldn't accept that two brothers from the same hood could have real love. Emotions were high as Doodie Lo described the pain he felt when he got the news that Von was gone. He said he was calling Durk. Durk was calling him. Everybody was in shock. "We lost a legend that night," Doodie Lo said, voice cracking a little. And instead of mourning together, people started pointing fingers at the wrong man. But here comes the first big twist that nobody saw coming. Doodie Lo revealed that right after the shooting, when chaos was everywhere, Durk was one of the first people trying to get information. He wasn't hiding. He wasn't running. He was on the phone trying to figure out what happened to his brother. Doodie Lo looked dead in the camera and said, "Anybody saying Durk set Von up is disrespecting everything we built." That man was proud of Von. He was celebrating him that night. Fans of Von were crying in the comments. LL Von was trending again with hearts and broken emojis. But the other side wasn't quiet. Some big pages started posting old clips, old disses, trying to say Doodie Lo was just protecting his bag. The family was left divided. Some of Von's people were saying we appreciate Doodie speaking, while others were still suspicious, asking why Doodie waited so long if the truth was so clear. Doodie Lo kept going. He talked about his own position in OTF. He said he was close to both of them, and that's why his words carry weight. He described how the streets love to eat their own. They want to see us destroy each other, he said. But real ones know what it is. The emotion in his voice was real. You could feel the pain of losing Von all over again. He even said if he had been in Atlanta that night, he would have been right beside Von, and maybe the whole situation could have been de-escalated before guns were drawn. That statement hit hard. People started making edits. If Doodie Lo was their videos with slow motion and sad music. The support for Durk started growing again. Hashtags like #FreeDurk and #Doodie Lo Spoke Truth began climbing. But just when it looked like the rumors were dying, a new twist dropped. Someone leaked an old audio where voices that sounded like OTF members were arguing about loyalty right after Von passed. Now the internet was asking, was Doodie Lo really clearing Durk, or was he just giving a soft defense while the real questions still remain? The drama was at an all-time high. Von's fans were emotional, Durk's fans were defensive, and neutral people were just watching the chaos like a reality show. Doodie Lo had put the ball in everybody's court. He made it personal. He made it about brotherhood, about street code, about not letting outsiders destroy what was built in the trenches. And that's when things got even spicier. Because Doodie Lo didn't just stop at defending Durk on the FaceTime call. He went in on the people who kept pushing the backdoor narrative. He called them out without naming names, but everybody knew who he was talking about. He said some people in the industry and on the internet were using Von's death for clout, making videos every week just to get views while real families were still hurting. "Y'all don't care about Von," Doodie Lo said with fire in his voice. "Y'all just want the drama. But I was there. I know the real." That line sent shockwaves. Breakfast Club-style reactions started popping up everywhere. People were quoting him left and right. One popular page posted, "Doodie Lo just shut down all the fake gangsters." But the haters came back harder. They started digging up old interviews, old tweets, anything to say Doodie Lo was biased because he's still signed under OTF. The family drama reached another level when some of Von's relatives liked certain posts that questioned the whole OTF story. The streets were talking heavy. Now here comes the second major twist that flipped the script again. Doodie Lo revealed that Durk actually called him right before everything went down that night. Not just Von, Durk reached out to Doodie Lo too. He said Durk was hyped about Von's album, talking about how far they had come from the block to the stage. Doodie Lo reenacted the conversation a little, saying Durk told him, "Bro, Von out here shining. We gotta keep protecting that." Those words hit different when you remember what happened hours later. Fans were shocked. If Durk was calling people to check on Von, how could he be setting him up? That became the new debate. Emotions ran high as mothers in the comments were writing essays about how losing a child to violence already hurts, but losing them to betrayal rumors hurts even more. Von's mom's pain was brought up again. People were tagging her, saying Ms. Bennett deserves peace. The whole situation turned into a mix of sadness, anger, and straight-up confusion. Doodie Lo kept building his case. He talked about the real enemies that night, the ones outside OTF, the ones who had actual beef with Von. He reminded everybody that Von lived a certain lifestyle, and that came with real danger. It wasn't internal, he said firmly. It was the streets doing what the streets do. He painted a picture of loyalty, saying Durk cried when he heard Von was gone. He described Durk's reaction as pure pain, not guilt. That man was broken, Doodie Lo said. We all were. But then another unexpected twist hit the interview. Doodie Lo admitted that after Von's death, There were arguments inside the camp. Tempers were hot. People were pointing fingers because the pain was too much to handle. He said some real conversations happened behind closed doors, but none of them pointed to Durk being the snake. Instead, they pointed to outsiders trying to divide OTF and take advantage of the situation. This part made the video even more viral because now people were speculating who those outsiders were. Names started floating: old rivals, new opportunists, even some industry plants. The reactions were wild. Say Cheese TV type pages were doing live breakdowns. Doodie Lo just exposed the real snakes, one host yelled. Candidly Cassie-style channels were reading comments and laughing at how fast the narrative was changing. Law and Crime Network pages were connecting it to Durk's ongoing federal case, saying this interview could actually help his image in the court of public opinion. No jumper clips were reacting with "Yo, this is crazy" energy. King Academics was probably somewhere smiling because the drama was feeding the algorithm perfectly. Doodie Lo went personal too. He talked about his own experiences, the times he almost lost his life, the shootings, the losses. He said losing Vaughn taught him to value real loyalty even more. He looked tired but determined when he said, "I'm speaking now because I'm tired of seeing my brother's name dragged while the Real killers walk around." That line gave chills. The emotion was raw. You could feel he wasn't just doing this for views. He was doing it for the culture, for the family, for closure. Yet the rumors refused to die completely. Some fans pointed out that Doodie Lo never directly said Durk had zero involvement. He defended the FaceTime and the phone calls, but the deeper conspiracy theories about texts and alleged murder-for-hire plans linked to retaliation were still floating. This created the perfect storm. Durk supporters were celebrating Doodie Lo cleared him, while Vaughn truthers were saying he only gave half the story. The family stayed divided. Old friends were unfollowing each other. The drill community was split down the middle. Doodie Lo ended that portion of the interview with a strong message: real ones know the truth. He said the streets already know who was really behind what, and the internet clout chasers need to sit down. His words carried weight because he's one of the few still standing and still speaking without fear. As the interview kept rolling, Doodie Lo dropped one more emotional bomb. He spoke directly to the younger generation in the drill scene. He warned them not to let outsiders pit them against their own brothers. He said Vaughn's death should be a lesson, not a weapon to use against each other. "We already lost too many," he said, voice full of pain. "Stop giving the ops what they want." That message resonated deep. Older heads in the comments were nodding, saying real talk from Doodie. Younger fans were posting stories with his words, promising to do better. But the biggest twist of the whole interview came near the end. Doodie Lo addressed the federal charges against Durk head-on. He didn't go into legal details, but he made it clear that mixing street rumors with court cases was dangerous. He said a lot of the hate Durk is getting right now is built on the same lies that started after Vaughn died. They want to bury him alive with words before the court even decides, Doodie Lo stated. That line went mega-viral. People were screen recording it and stitching it with old Durk and Vaughn footage. The love for OTF started rising again. Still, not everything was resolved. Doodie Lo left some questions hanging in the air. He never gave a full timeline of every phone call. He never addressed every single rumor that has circulated for 5 years. That left room for more debate. Some fans loved it because it felt real, not scripted. Others said he was still protecting the brand. The family remained divided, with some calling for more interviews, more details, more transparency. Vaughn's legacy was being celebrated again, but the pain was still fresh. The entire rap game was watching. Forgotten Kings TV style channels were doing hour-long breakdowns. Shade Room was posting the clips with fire emojis. Breakfast Club Power was discussing how this affects Durk's trial and his music career. The algorithm was eating good because the engagement was through the roof. Likes, comments, shares, everybody had an opinion. Doodie Lo's silence break wasn't just another interview. It was a moment that forced the culture to look at itself. It showed the power of one voice from inside the circle. It showed that loyalty still means something to some people. But it also showed how deep the wounds from Vaughn's death really are. The rumors exploded, Doodie Lo spoke, and now the ball is in the court of the fans, the family, and the streets. Will this finally put the backdoor talks to rest? Or will new clips and new leaks keep the fire burning? Only time will tell. But one thing is clear, King Von's name still moves the culture, even from heaven. LL Von forever. So there you have it, family. Doodie Lo finally broke the silence and dropped truth that shook the entire game. He defended Lil Durk, talked about that emotional FaceTime, admitted things could have been different if he was there, and called out the clout chasers turning Von's death into content. The rumors exploded, emotions ran high, the family got divided, but Doodie Lo stood on business like a real one. But let's be honest, a lot of questions are still unanswered. Will this change anything in Durk's federal case? Will Von's family speak out? Will the real details ever come to light? Or is this just another chapter in the never-ending Chicago drill saga? Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe Doodie Lo cleared Lil Durk's name tonight? Or do you think there's still more to the story? Drop your honest opinion in the comments. Durk cleared or still suspicious? And let's see where the culture really stands. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications because we bring this raw, uncut rap news and drama every single time. Like this video if Doodie Lo's words moved you, share it with somebody who needs to hear the truth, and let's keep the conversation going. Stay dangerous, stay tuned, and remember, LL Von Dove. We'll be back with more as this story develops. Peace.